And we're live. Welcome. Welcome to a light language meditation with Aquarian Fire. And we're going to do something special today. We're going to meet our higher selves. It's similar to one of the early ones I did of our meeting your spirit guides, but this is just one specific guide, and we'll talk a lot about I got a sore shoulder, so so I need to relax it every once in a while. So if it looks odd, well, it's because I'm in pain. And I'm trying to find the comfortable position. So whether I sit back or move, and if I'm adjusting, it's just it's the human aspect. So enjoy it. Because I'm certainly going to enjoy it. Yay, loud and clear. It's good to know. So I got all the right things muted and all the right things where the audio is flowing. So if this is your first time, light language comes from the heart. It doesn't come from the mind or the ego like our native language does. We don't really think about it. And we don't necessarily formulate sentences. It just comes from our heart and our soul. And it goes straight through to our mouth and our throat. It's like our heart to throat combination. And our ego's not involved. And when I get into it, it's me channeling the light language from the stream that wants to talk. The collective consciousness that guides us. And the Aquarian Fire, it is effectively utilizing the holy fire in this age of Aquarius. And the holy fire is a non-egoic energy that comes from the highest source of consciousness. It always respects free will, and it's unlimited. And it's only limited by our free will and our belief systems. And it's really great at breaking down our belief systems, enabling us to be our true authentic selves. So now let's talk about the higher self for a moment. And before I start, we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all, in every way and everywhere and everywhere. And I set aside my ego, my personality, and my personal energy, so that I may be a clear channel for spirit, and the holy fire. And I turn this process entirely over to the holy fire, because the holy fire shall introduce you to your higher self. And we invite today the holy fire to co-create with you a safe and natural environment to experience your higher self. And when we get into meditation, if we start to think about things like what's on our laundry list, or what are the things we need to shop for, or what bills we need to pay, we invite you to simply return your awareness to your breath and to the visualization. and simply allow that thought process to go away on its own. But if other thoughts come in, thoughts of wonderment or thoughts of this could be my higher self, and I'm getting information from this being, this entity, that's you and the holy fire and your higher self having a conversation. So I encourage you to allow that stream of thought and consciousness to continue, and that experience to continue. I'm just a little stretching here. I'm stretching all day long. So I hope it's not too much of a distraction for you. Maybe I'll tap into my higher self and tell it to chill. So there are many ideas out there on what is your higher self. And the higher self can be interpreted as many things, like just operating from the heart center and above in our chakra system. And our human self is living in the lower chakras, or thinking about the mundane things of, oh, how am I going to earn enough money to buy the car I want? Or what am I going to cook for dinner tonight or tomorrow or next week? What are these things that I need to do to start planning? All those things are from our human self or our lower self. And the higher self can be any part of our higher being, where we're thinking more in alignment, where we're thinking and joy is coming forth. And I would invite you, and they're not encouraging this as well, because when I got the idea, they're going, yes, this is the idea of the higher self that they would like you to focus upon. There is this idea of Hamsa, that in the Hindu religions, it's the idea of the Brahman Atman. It is the most highest aspect of consciousness that we are, that aspect of ourselves that is only thinking benevolent thoughts for us and having benevolent ideas. And it is that stream of benevolence, that we allow to be formulated into a personality, because we as humans like to see a person that we're talking to, and we like to interact with the idea of another being that is only has our benevolent outcome at its core. That is only going to give us the purest advice for our highest good. There's at times we are analyzing a problem and we say to ourselves, no, I don't like that. No, no, no. It's clearly not our higher selves. Or, oh, I'd like to experience that. Or, yeah, I really want that. When we focus on the want, there's also a lack that we're attaching that vibration to. But if we engage in gratitude, and we engage in wonderment, and we engage in joy, we know that we're in alignment, because what we're doing is bringing out our joy. And that stream of consciousness is where our higher self lives. And we'll let the Holy Fire show. Because no matter how many words and ideas that I plant behind it, allow the Holy Fire to show you your higher self. And that's what we're tapping into in Aquarian Fire. And when using the Holy Fire, we simply try to be in alignment. Every time we experience our meditation, we're experiencing the emptiness. And when we create that empty space, we're inviting in all the benevolence, and we're inviting in those ideas of creation and those ideas of joy and wonderment. We don't have to view it as a consciousness. So I invite you, when you're listening to this light language, to allow yourself to relax. And invite in the wonderment of this experience, or the enjoyment just of the light language, which is talking to the deepest aspects of your soul, supplying ideas of either wonderment or how to release resistance to get more in alignment. But the way I see it is, it's always inviting more alignment in such a way that it doesn't even mention the resistance. It just says, hey, you, we're in alignment. Come step a little closer. Notice how it feels when you step a little closer. Doesn't it feel good? Take another step. Keep coming until it feels so awesome that you don't want to move, because you're in alignment. Maybe your higher self talks to you that way. Sometimes mine does. It's always gentle and always inviting. That's how we know when our angels or our higher self or our source is talking to us. Because it's supportive and inviting and joyful and grateful. Any of the virtues. Because all those virtues are our core vibration. And when we're in the allowing of that stream to come forth, we're in the flow and we're in alignment. So I'm going to give myself a great big hug right now. It's really a fake stretch. It's an excuse to stretch, but hey, I invite you to give yourself a great big hug right now. And give yourself some words of encouragement. You are awesome. And just say it as I am awesome. You can even say it in third person if you want to. You are awesome. It feels good being in alignment. It feels joyous being in the flow. It feels good allowing my true authentic self to come forth. Sahatatani icheshashaya akatonono uruhutatarwa shashayako. So we invite you to get relaxed. It does not matter whether you're sitting or lying down. But if it is your thing to sit in full lotus, if you are sitting up, we invite you to sit up with a straight spine, where your shoulders are above your hips. And then, as if you had a little handle on the top of your head, just pull yourself up just a little bit more and a little bit straighter so that the energy can flow straight up through your spine, through all of your chakras. And if you're lying down, we invite the same thing. But please be most relaxed, as that is the most important thing. And we invite you to close your eyes. And focus the awareness on your breath. Because the breath is life. And we invite you to breathe in slow, deep breaths. As slow and as long as that you can, and still stay relaxed. Breathing in, relaxing. And exhale, releasing. And if you need a sip of water, water is life as well. I'm about to do a lot of talking, so I want to make sure that the only frogs in my throat are from my higher self. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. And we invite you to continue that breath pattern naturally. As we now focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart center, is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every deep conscious breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire. It increases the peace and the brightness of our bright light. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. And we invite you to start the divine flow if you have not already. And we do that by taking the holy fire that's in our heart center. And let us move it up through our chakras. And through our throat chakra. And up through our third eye chakra. And out through our crown chakra. And continue upward. And let us go out of our personal energy. Let us continue that into the realm of the non-physical. And let us continue that until we reach the realm of the non-ego, of unconditional love in the holy fire. This is the highest realm of consciousness. And let us bring back more pure holy fire. And down into the realm of the non-physical. And into the realm of the physical. in through our personal energy, and in through our crown chakra, and through our third eye chakra, through our throat chakra, and into our heart center, mixing the energies, and let us bring this combined energy, let us ground it effectively. Let us bring it down through our chakras, through our solar plexus chakra, and through our sacral chakra, and out through our root chakra. And let us imagine roots extending from our root chakra down into Mother Earth. And those roots are growing deep and deep, deeper and deeper until they reach the core of Mother Earth and wrap those roots around the heart of Gaia, and bring back her grounded love up through the root system, and in through our root chakra, through our sacral chakra, and through our solar plexus chakra, making a way back to the heart center, thoroughly mixing the energy. And let us continue this divine flow, up through the throat chakra, through the third eye chakra, now through the crown chakra, into the realm of the non-physical and into the realm of the holy fire, where there is no ego and only unconditional love. Bringing back more holy fire, back into the realm of the physical and in through our crown chakra, through the third eye chakra, through the throat chakra, and into the heart center. Continue that down to Kuruhusa, through the solar plexus chakra, and then through the Takaryono, the sacral chakra, out through the root chakra, and down through the roots around the heart of Gaia, back up through the roots, through the root chakra, up through the chakras into the heart center, and continuing up through and out of the crown chakra, grabbing more holy fire through the crown chakra into the heart center, out through the root, around the heart of Gaia, in through the root, and in through the heart center, continuing this divine flow forever and ever. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. Breathing and relaxing. And exhale, releasing. Breathing and relaxing. And on the exhale, we invite you to allow this breath to push that combined energy out through the heart center, into every aspect of your personal energy, and then continuing outward into every aspect of your awareness, in every way, and everywhere, and every when, Akatanani Shashaya Hanana Tokona Hasasania Shashaya Hanana Hakatiata Kanahara Harshishia Kononohoro Tokoshashaya. And we invite you to Imagine yourself enveloped in this very thick mist. And in this mist, you feel the humidity and the temperature is perfect for you. And although you can't see anything, you feel fully supported by this mist. And suddenly, this mist starts to dissipate a little bit slowly and naturally. And an image starts to formulate in front of you. And as you see, a path starts to formulate through this mist in a place that looks very familiar to you. And as you continue along this path, the mist completely dissipates. And you feel you have walked this path 1,000 times before. And every step you take, it feels more natural and more safe. And each step increases the the wonderment and the curiosity as to what you're going to learn today. And as you continue along this path, you come up to a very familiar table with two chairs. And for some of you, there's running water in the background. And for some of you, there is a warm fire nearby. And some of you, it is up in the mountains, and some of you, it is down by the seashore. It is your perfect meeting place. And all of a sudden, the mist starts to formulate again. The mist isn't that thick this time, it's just enough to create a little mystery. And the dewdrops in the mist are starting to dance with glimmering and shimmering lights. And as you're sitting there, there is one light that is straight ahead, that is unlike any other light. Yet this light is very familiar to you. And as this light approaches, and this light gets bigger and bigger. And as this light starts to have form that is familiar to you, you stand to greet your higher self. Feel free to greet your higher self in any way that you like, whether it's a great big hug, a hearty handshake, a high five, or just sitting down at the other side of the table. And feel free to rearrange the table and create your environment in any way, shape, or form that you choose. Like it could be a cozy couch. It could be on the ground on the other side of the campfire. does not matter, for it is your creation with your higher self. They could be two clouds up in heaven. Ahaya hakasa nanaya shashaya konanaor shashaya. Anaha ataha akashishia nanahu shashoshoyo kotor. And all of a sudden, your higher self takes the right hand into their heart center and takes some holy fire and glimmering, shimmering light, and then offers it to you. Utuhuru watanananiya shashaya akatsananiya shasha. And as you take it with your right hand, ya anara hataha shashasha, and your left hand at the same time, ya arawunananiya sakashashaya tokura shasha. And as you take it with your left, your receiving hand, you place that bright light into your heart center. Na atakara na ashashaya tananiya shasha. Allow this bright light in the holy fire from your higher self to permeate every aspect of your soul. Allow this bright light to take you on a journey. Atahanani isakanaria otahara hananania shashaya. Utanani shashai. Hatakashishiwa konono no shishoyo tonono no shishaya. Please stay with your meditation for a moment. Cha'awahanahe kitia naro kashashai wayoko susono shisha. We invite you to return back to your initial meeting place with your higher self. If you are no longer there, Atahana. Arshashishio sahwananara skashishio sonanaya. Kananahata arahasasiya shisha. Nahasasashia sakaso sonanor shisha. And I invite you, Nawarasashishiweo koto. We invite you, Naarawasasasis koshisha. To focus upon your higher self, Naatakara hanananiya shisha. And take a moment to scan your higher self, visually, and energetically. And we invite you to notice ask it to come more in focus. And more in focus. If your higher self was already in pure, beautiful focus before, we invite you to notice that vibration that you're feeling of your higher self, is exactly the feeling that's in the heart of you. There is no real difference between you and your higher self. Your higher self is a part of you, not the kananiya shasha. Your higher self is not a goal, or anything to aspire to. It is something that you already are. And there's nothing that you need to do to be your higher self. And there's nothing you need to remember to be your higher self. Because it is your true, authentic self. And if you have not already done so, but I see that several of you already have, invite your higher self to step inside you. Firmly. And notice that there is no new feeling when this higher self steps in, except that you feel brighter and more joyous. And now we invite you to allow your higher self to show you exactly how brightly that you shine. When you allow it. Kananahatura katahara hasasi shashaya kura ayanahata arhatsasiya kananahara hasashia. And to feel how natural it feels to allow this to come forth. Achahoro to unahaya ashashiana ashahayaka. And how effortless it is for you to experience this. For you and your soul. Atahani acha akawa asahato kurwa asahaya chahaya. In any now, in any given situation, to simply invite the joy to return. I invite the joy to come forth from my heart center, not to Tio and Nadia. And when we're thinking of a problem, we can invite the joy and invite advice from our higher self. For that is what happens in meditation anyway. So our higher self is simply just our true essence speaking to us. Emanating those waves of our pure, authentic self, our pure, benevolent self, that only has our highest interests at heart. And as you stay in your meditative state, I have a channel message from the divine flow itself. Greetings, dear ones. And in all of our meditations with you, you view us as the flow of the universe, this divine flow. And we have some more imagery to help you with your creations. And the ease of bringing it forth into your lives in that third dimension. For you are already experts at bringing this flow into your pool of pure potential. You are so good at that. So imagine that pool right near you. And we invite you to place one foot inside that pool. And that is your pool of potential. Every idea that you have ever thought of is in that pool of pure potential. Every feeling that you have ever thought and have ever felt is in that pool of potential, as well as every idea and every feeling that you have not thought yet. Because we are the divine flow. We are the expansion of the universe. We are the expansion and the creative flow of all that is. We are source and we are an extension of source at the same time. And whether you view source as God or source or simply just the flow of energy from the universe, it matters not. For we are here in support of you. Flowing and ending, a never-ending supply of energy to you in all of the vibrations. But the core essence of this flow is benevolence for you. But it contains all the vibrations. For what you give out to the universe is what you get back. But we are pouring all those vibrations along with the core vibration of benevolence, of your highest good, into your pool of pure potentiality. for you to do as you see fit. And the flow into this pool is never ending, and never will end, for as long as there is this separation of time. And as long as you have one foot inside this pool, it is simply a metaphor, it's an idea, that shows that you are connected to all of the ideas that are out there for you, that you have thought and that you have not thought yet. And every time that you glance into this pool, you can get new ideas on what to create. We also invite you to view one of your feet as standing firmly on terra firma, firmly grounded in this 3D reality, or the 4D reality, or the 5D reality. For some of you have ascended already, but it is your realm of creation into physicality. And imagine taking a cup or some receptacle, let us call it a cup of abundance, that you scoop into your pool of potentiality, and then you take it and then you pour it into your terra firma, ataharsasa, your Gaia, or your Tara, or your Kitia, or your Atanihisia, whatever the name of your realm of physicality consciousness is. Atihita arawurtukushu. And as you pour out, you see the rivers, the streams of your creations being formed. Some of them are short creations, and that they end real soon. And that is okay. And some of them contain a lot of flow in them because they are great ideas that you want to continue. And the flow from this pool out of your cup of abundance, through your joy and through your creativity, which is why it is your cup of abundance. And as you pour into your physicality, those ideas, allow that cup to pour never-endingly into your streams of creation, into what you are creating. And we invite you to apply both the divine masculine and the divine feminine to your streams of creation. We invite you to engage in the understanding of each stream of your creation. And we invite you to nurture with allowing each stream of creation. And to check where you are with each stream of creation periodically. And to assess and to alter your plan accordingly. Without obsessing over the measurements, with still engaging in the wonderment of how this will proceed and how more of the flow of the energy of this stream of creation will come, and where new ideas on how to enhance it will come. And how and when will we meet people along the way, along the stream of creation, the stream of engagement with the universe, with consciousness. These are streams of engagement with our awareness. And we can have 10 streams, 100 streams, 1,000 streams of what we are creating. For when we create with intention, and maintain our vibration, and we allow the flow. And we keep checking back with our pool of potentiality. Is there an idea that is popping out at this point? And keep scooping the cups. What is in this cup? Let us pour it out and let us see. Are they good ideas? Are they great ideas? Are they continuation of streams of creation? And notice that above you, is an endless supply of light to nurture those creations, an endless twinkling of stars as well. And those twinklings are all of creation out there, eagerly receiving your vibrations of what you wish to create. For we, those twinkling lights out there, are part of the divine flow. And what then send that energy in through your divine flow, sending energy to your pool of potential, so that you may scoop when you are ready, and that you may pour when you are ready. Creation is that simple. We invite you to enjoy the process, and enjoy your creations. For we enjoy you creating with this energy, this energy of all that is. For we are a part of you and you are a part of us. For when we vibrate, when we send out our ripples of creation, it arrives to you. And when you send out your ripples of creation, it arrives to us. Sahaya, Sahaya, Kaha. Nihi sananahara shishoyo kosasa. Nasiya nya. And as we slowly make our way back, achahara wasosoya kawas. What the divine flow said at the end, na'aha sashishiyako, it sahaya, sahaya, saka. The sa is the in-breath, atahananiya shashasha, is what we breathe in from the universe. And the ha is the breath out, achakawarsa, sahaya, sahaya, saha. Or was it saka? You'll have to rewind that and listen. And it doesn't matter much if it's saha or saka, because it's the same thing. The ka is the soul and the ha is the breath out. Sahaya, the in-breath and the out-breath, is the ya, the yam, the lovingness of the heart center. Na achikawiya soko. It is who we are. Sahaya, sahaya, saka. It's what we breathe into our soul. Achahara wa nananaya sakaya. And as we slowly make our way back into the here and now, achahara hutsa wayasasa. And we slowly focus awareness back on our breath. Exactly. Thank you for the confirmation that we breathe in slowly and consciously. And exhale. And when we breathe in, feel how it feels as we fill up our lungs. How does it feel to take in a big breath, a full breath, all the way up to the top of our lungs? And how does it feel to exhale that in our physicality? And we thank you, the dogs, for the confirmation. As I chuckle as we return back to physicality. And we invite you to rub your hands together and wiggle your fingers and toes. to welcome back to this physicality. Maybe shrug your shoulders. Oh, this feels really good for me. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And I invite you to document your meditation, and what it meant to you, whether you write it in a journal, or you type yourself an email, it does not matter. Your conversation with your higher self is deeply personal, and encourage you to remember it. And replay this as many times as you want to have more and more conversations with your higher self. If you need this help, I need the Holy Fire's help to so many times. And when I speak light language, and I invite in the Holy Fire and get in the divine flow, it is that is how I get back in alignment. And as soon as I start speaking light language, I start to chuckle because I know I'm in alignment. Because to me, when I'm speaking light language to raise my vibration, I'm inviting in the Holy Fire and the divine flow. And I'm inviting myself to release all the resistance that is keeping me from the flow. And I chuckle at myself when I'm in the flow with this light language. And I go, it is so easy for me to get back in the flow when I allow myself to speak the light language. And I chuckle at the resistance I was causing before. And it's humorous when in alignment, all these things that we create to cause the resistance that does not exist. We are creating that. We're creating that. Think of that. We're creating it for so many different reasons. And Esther Hicks or Abraham would say, we're creating it because we want to create the contrast, because we want to create the experience of experiencing what we don't prefer, so we can reinforce what we do prefer. Cool, I prefer to be in alignment. It's just a reminder that we prefer alignment. So that we can chuckle when we're in here going, ha ha ha, I was over there. Anyway, so I invite you to document. Maybe you're just drawing symbols. It does not matter. As long as you look at it, you can come back to this now and enjoy and reminisce about this experience that you had, so that we can move forward or be in alignment at some future now. That is up to you. And I support you, because I'm choosing to see you as your source sees you, with unconditional love and support. And although I heard the divine flow say that they're sending all the vibrations into your pool, so you can choose those thoughts of negativity if you choose to. Okay? It's how we focus our awareness on what it is. All those vibrations are constantly around us. We can choose to see the higher vibrations that are around us, the higher vibrational creational reality that is around us. And only by, I wanted to say, train ourselves by consistently choosing a higher vibration, it is more natural for us to be in that higher vibration and then therefore see the situation in a higher vibration. And the core vibration that the divine flow is giving is the same core vibration that your source is sending to you, that your higher self is sending to you, which is, I'm here, I love you, I support you, and you will be experiencing this when you get in alignment. And if you're in alignment, you are feeling, I love you, I'm in full support of you, and you will experience more of this in alignment. And the smile comes on the face. And then we can then see, oh, I want to create this and I want to create that. And this is awesome right here the way it is. And this is awesome right here the way it is. You are awesome. Right there. Right here, right now. Just the way you are. And that thought, that stream right there, just brings us right back into the okay. It brings us back into either alignment or the hope of alignment, or the idea that I am so coming into alignment. Shump. And we could that it's so easy to see the alignment and to be in it and to laugh at all those other things that are not in alignment. And then after practice or consistency of being in alignment, we don't see the non-alignment of it. We see that everything is always in alignment. And it's just our choice to see it as not in alignment. I'm talking a lot in circles now. So I thank you for joining me in my highest bliss. I love you, my friends. Namaste. Niyakanana, Ariyahatanana, Arasasisikiyatanana, Isahatariya Shusho. See you in the next now. Atakara Sanani Yeshakayaha.